All right, on my fight camp. Question was posed to me as to who I believe in the end should be seen as the greater of the two fighters. I want to say this, that there are some whites who are going to like my answer. And then there are some blacks who are going to hate my answer. I want to say, look, do us all a favor, keep race out of it. This has nothing to do with race. This is just from my research, and if you can keep race out of it, good. Also keep emotion out of it. It has no place when we're talking about the fighting arts. It has no place in it. The question was posed to me as to who I believe in the end should be seen as the greatest fighter. Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather Jr. By now you know what my answer is, and I'm going to give you the reasons why. Now, let me say first that I believe that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to beat Manny Pacquiao, perhaps by a split decision. I don't think much of the fight at all. I am not going to purchase it on pay-per-view. I will watch it for free, either on the internet or I will watch it for free on HBO. The reason is because I compare the Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao possible fight with the Sugar Ray Leonard-Marvin Hagler fight. They didn't fight the people they should have fought. Ray didn't fight Hagler when Hagler wanted to fight, and when he was doing commentary on HBO and saying that he was going to retire. He didn't fight until he saw that Hagler had perhaps missed a step or lost a step. When we look at Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather should have fought was the Manny Pacquiao who stopped Oscar De La Hoya. He did not fight that one. He kept saying that Manny Pacquiao was on steroids. All right. So I don't care if they fight. If they do fight, I will not pay for it. I will see it eventually. Doesn't matter to me if they fight or not. All of that said, Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion, should go down as the greater of the two fighters. Now, Floyd Mayweather fans can try to spin it all they want. They can get all emotional about it because he means so much to them and spin it all they want. The fact of the matter is when you look at the common opponents that Floyd and Manny had, Manny did a better job on those opponents with the exceptions of Shane Mosley and a very much smaller than Floyd Mayweather, Marquez. Okay, we cannot overlook, no matter how bad Floyd fans want to, you can't overlook the fact that he won a split decision against Oscar De La Hoya, but Manny Pacquiao almost beat De La Hoya to death. You can't dismiss the fact that while Floyd did catch, I believe in the 10th round, Ricky Hatton with that great check left hook, you can't overlook the fact that Manny Pacquiao almost sent Hatton to the cemetery. You can't overlook that fact. You cannot overlook that fact no matter how much you may want to. You can't overlook the fact that Cotto gave Floyd all he could handle after Manny Pacquiao almost beat him to death. All right? So, that's a fact. You look at the common opponents, Manny Pacquiao has been far more impressive than Floyd Mayweather. All right? Next, add the fact that Floyd didn't fight Margarito, didn't fight Paul Williams, didn't fight Andre Berto. At least Manny Pacquiao fought Margarito. Now, you can say he cheated, this guy cheated, that guy cheated. Look, stop it, all right? Manny fought a giant, and he beat him half to death. Now, let's look at how far these men came up in weight. When we look at Floyd, and we have so many junior weights and super weights that I may miss some of them, but I will give you the gist of what I'm talking about here. Floyd came up from junior lightweight, super lightweight, welterweight, and junior middleweight. I guess that's around 5, and some probably at catchweights. Okay, 5 divisions. Let's contrast that with light flyweight, junior bantamweight, junior featherweight, junior lightweight, junior welterweight, junior middleweight. We're talking about, you have some catchweights in there, but we are talking about in Manny Pacquiao, a man who arguably came up 11 weight classes. Never been done in history. 11 weight classes. Came up almost 6 weight classes more than Floyd Mayweather Jr. For Floyd Mayweather Jr. to match what Manuel Pacquiao did, for him to match that, he would have to come up probably to light heavyweight. He would have to go up to at least super middleweight and beat Andre Ward. That's probably what he would have to do in order to even come close to what Manny Pacquiao has done. So if we look at the two things, the common opponents and the weight classes that Floyd and Manny Pacquiao have come up, and the common opponents that they have beaten, clearly Manny Pacquiao, even if and when he loses to Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao should be seen as being the greater of the two fighters. What Floyd Mayweather has done will be repeated by other fighters in history. What Manny Pacquiao has done will never be repeated, has never been done. We will never see that again in history. So, those people talking about he was on steroids, I don't believe it for a moment. If people can look and see Lamont Peterson, or they can look and see James Toney, or they can see that other fighters have been on steroids and Manny Pacquiao has never been tested positive for steroids, I say it is an excuse by Floyd and an excuse by his fan base, period. So, my answer as to which one is the greatest fighter, which one, even if Manny Pacquiao loses to Floyd Mayweather, and I believe he will when they fight, at least by split decision, the fact of the matter is that when we look at what each man meant to history and what is likely to be repeated after they retire, Manny Pacquiao is the greatest of the two fighters. Fight Camp, Sayf, Carman, train hard, train smart. See you next video.